Hey everyone, it's Tuesday, December 4th, 2012. This is Talk to Me Tuesday, number 71. A lot to show, so real quick update on my shoulder. I am going to be seeking advice from another doctor. I'm not at all happy with the doctor I have. He doesn't even bother to look at my chart. When he ordered the MRI, he was supposed to order the MRI to check for a possible tear. He ordered the MRI to check for tendinitis. When he called me Monday with the results and I told him the pain has gotten worse, I don't feel like it's getting any better, he said, well, we can give you another cortisone shot and keep you on the ibuprofen regimen. Well, you know what? Let me tell you something. In the first place, I have not had a cortisone shot. And in the second place, I can't take ibuprofen. So this man doesn't even bother to look at my chart before he talks to me. Not to mention that when I was in the office for a visit one time and I had asked about a medication, he's like, oh yeah, go ahead, and they wrote me the prescription, only to have the pharmacist tell me, well, this contains everything you're allergic to. So, sorry to say, folks, but when a doctor is willing to write a prescription, doesn't even read your chart to see that he could possibly put you in the hospital, yeah. Okay, maybe he needs to get a different profession. So, I'll keep everybody updated as far as what's going on. So, that's it for that. So, on with the Crafty. Last week, I showed a knit hat that I was working on for my son's girlfriend's little babies. And got this done. There it is. It does fit the baby and fit quite well. And because the baby is one of a set of twins, of course we had to make a hat for the other one. So this one is going to go to one of them, and it matches his eyes so well, and it's like almost like a slate blue. And the other one is going to get this really pretty green one. And babies cannot have hats without having mittens. And because the one thing I hate most is sewing in ends and sewing seams, I decided I had to create a pattern for mittens without seams. So I decided that I was going to work in the round, and here they are. I know they will fit, unlike the little sample that I started with, which, like I said, we will not discuss that one there. It was just a sample to see because I needed to know the length. So this will definitely fit, and I now have 2 pairs of mittens and 2 hats, and they will have pictures taken of them to be posted and go off to the little recipients, who, by the way, really like the squizzles I made for them for Halloween. So, yeah. Then I purchased a magazine some time ago called Knit 123. You can find it at Walmart's. And in there was a pattern for a pair of knit fingerless gloves. And they had this really fancy, I don't know the name of the yarn. It's not yarn I'll ever purchase myself, but when you open it up, it looks almost like a crocheted mesh. Real fancy, and I imagine really expensive. But it was used in the wrist part of these fingerless gloves. And I said, you know what? One, I wouldn't wear them because it's too frilly fancy for me. And 2, I wouldn't pay that much for yarn just for that purpose. So, Poet Spice, in my package I had gotten from her, had sent me this really cool, it's a fun yarn, and it has little areas that look almost like eyelashes in it. And I had no clue what I was going to do with it, but when I saw these fingerless gloves, I was like, oh, I could use that for this. So here they are. That's the pattern. It's actually worked from here up and then from here down. And this just creates like a little kind of lacy section around the wrist. So they're a little more fancy, a little more elegant. Of course I'll use them for everyday use, but it kind of adds a little pop there around the wrist. So thumb is a little tight, but that's okay. I like them. And then I decided I wanted to create a pattern that I could work from the bottom straight up. I wanted one solid piece. So kind of used aspects of that pattern, changed some of the pattern though, because I wanted the thumb to be a little bigger to fit more comfortably, and I wasn't worried about the lace or anything. I just wanted one solid piece. So I took some red heart fleck, and here it is. It's just ribbing around the wrist, and then it's worked straight up from the bottom right up. Instead of just picking up one stitch in here, I picked up 3, so it increased the size of the thumb. It makes it much more comfortable. But there it is, and for everyday use, they're great, they're wonderful, so yeah. So now I have 2 more pairs of fingerless gloves. Cool. Then we needed a mesh bag for little socks to be washed in. When my son's girlfriend first did some laundry here, there were 3 socks that got caught in the rubber ring on the washer, and I said she really needs one of those mesh laundry bags that's usually used for like delicates and stockings and stuff like that. And you know, I've seen them in Walmart, it's like 99 cents. But I said, you know what, why buy one? I came out in my craft room, I took one of the, I think 5 or 6 7-inch zippers I had purchased for probably like 50 cents to $1 at the thrift store. I took my handy dandy Sharp Crochet Hook, which Poet Spice, if you're looking for the link, go to my 60-second Talk to Me Tuesday, and in the description you'll find the link to be able to purchase this. And then I took what's known as serging thread. It's not really thin thread, but it's not yarn. It's kind of, you know, like this, you know. And I decided I was going to make one. And here it is. Why buy something when you can make it for free? So all I did was did a round of single crochet on the zipper itself. So there was no sewing involved. Just worked right on the zipper with this. And then worked the mesh pattern, and voila, just like that. Open it up, insert little socks, close it up, throw it in the washer. They don't get lost. That's that. And for free, stuff that I had laying around here. I like that. Then, some weeks ago, I showed a miser pouch that I had started working on. And for like the past 3 weeks, I kept forgetting to show it. Just kept forgetting to bring it out. And I did have it finished. And here it is. These 2 pouches are where the money is actually held. And this centerpiece right here is actually, there it is, an open area. And it has 2 rings on each side at the top of each of the pouches. And all you do is slide the ring over, and it opens up the pouch. You put the money in, you slide the ring back, and it closes the pouch up. And the same for the other side. Slide the ring, it opens up, put the money in, slide it back, closes it. And this would normally like hang through a belt loop or hang on over a belt. So this piece here would be longer. I made it shorter, of course, because I'm not going to hang it through a belt loop or over a belt, but I thought it was a neat, nifty little thing. So there it is. It's done. The only other thing I have to show is the one and only Christmassy thing that I did, and of course, it's a snowman, felty, plushy. There he is. I made him today. I took a number 8 cookie cutter, the shape of an 8, because I thought that would make a cute little pattern. But there's my little snowman. It's all hand sewn. The only thing I didn't sew is I just put a little dab of glue to kind of tack the hat down in place there. But there he is. He is all felt except for his jingle bell and his buttons, which are sequins and beads. And I'm not really sure. I think I might put a pin on it and turn it into a pin. I think that would be kind of cool. But there's my little snowman. Yay! So he took some time only because I was taking my time. And I actually have my daughter cut the piece for the hat here, you know, because she's a little, you know, better at measuring and stuff like that than I am. But there he is. And hopefully I'll do some more Christmas plushies. Other than that, no sewing this week except for this. You know, still got to get the advent calendar done. That'll get done eventually. Hopefully before the month is up. Anyway, it's late. I'm hungry. I'm tired. And I need to get this edited and uploaded. There is a chance that my daughter's video will not be up today because she was having internet issues. So if you don't see it today, she will definitely get it up tomorrow. Got to get this girl getting a little more crafty than she's been lately. But, you know, to each his own. So anyway, that's it for me. I look forward to watching everyone's videos. I hope everyone has a wonderfully crafty week, a wonderfully crafty weekend. I am off to edit, upload, and eat, and then go to sleep. So, for you, it's good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, whatever it is. I really do hope it's a great one. I hope you're seeing some pretty lights getting put up on houses and so on. Yeah, because we're actually seeing some. And hopefully we'll get a video done with some of the pretty lights around the city. So, other than that, update on my shoulder next week. Hopefully I will get a doctor with half a brain in his head, because I'm sure it's more than the one I've got. Other than that, I hope y'all have a wonderful time, and I will see y'all next week. Goodbye.